Alright, so last night we got held up on the EZGO, but in a good way. We got this bar working real nice and good. It didn't used to go back. So one thing I did was I took it apart and it had a bend in it. I got the bend out, put it back together with grease in between each plate, and also one of the springs is missing. It goes over here, but that one's doing good now that I put it where it's supposed to go. So now it works. Before it didn't do any of that. Took the CVT apart. May throw some of that footage in. Here's where I live. I like pull them off together. There we go. That guy down there for a minute, grab my belt. Like I said, we cleaned that out the other night, put the new belt on, so we'll take a look at it, see how it did. Say it did a good. So hopefully we don't have another problem. And you do want to hold it on down on that like I was doing, because that part holds this up like that. Okay, we're going to take it apart just like this. As you can see, there's still a little bit of dust in there. I didn't get blowed out. We cleaned it up, and it was bad. I didn't get footage of that, blowing all the dust out, because I actually took it apart twice, and then I put the new belt on. And yesterday I took it apart and used brake cleaner and got it all cleaned up, and then put dry lube on it to try to get it to operate more smoothly. People have trouble with these clutches, and these clutches are $1,600. So if it don't work out, I'll end up getting a mother clutcher for it. But after that, I went to put the rotors on I ordered. Tried to get a little bit cheaper ones, since the brake pads that were $169. And then I matched them up and got these $20 ones off of a club car. So I tried doing the same thing, getting the rotors, and believe it or not, the rotor is exactly the same except for the inside of the back hub, which I couldn't find the measurements online. This is 5 inch exactly, and the one on the hub on the EZGO is 5 1/16. I even tried to smack it on there a little bit. So we got some extra rotors, or we're gonna send them back maybe. I ordered 2 new ones. I ended up having to pay like $250 or $260 for them, for 2 freaking rotors. But I did fix the caliper myself, like I said. But anyways, late last night, later in the night, I didn't get it finished, because the good thing was I got this all tore apart now because it's really hard to get to. But a lot of the popping was coming from the forward, neutral, and reverse cable. But the rest of the popping was, if you notice, there's no rubber on top of the shock mount. Now those bushings are only like $6.95, and this one has one. See, that's what it's supposed to look like. And that's what I was jerking around on it while I was working on the brakes. And while I was jerking around, that thing was really popping. So I found out that's what was making the noise. Tore my axle up a little bit, it looks like. The axle boot. I don't know how it got like that. But anyways, that's a real good, even though I didn't get the rotors on, I was so happy I found that, because I'd fixed the training and it was still making a loud popping sound every once in a while, and it's because that bushing was missing. That was the main popping sound when my brother-in-law and sister had it that it was making, and it was a vicious sound. And a lot of these people I read on the forums, everybody has that popping sound. It's either that, or it's the clutch, or it's the forward, neutral, and reverse cable. So we got ours all dialed in. Once I get those bushings tomorrow, and then the rotors Monday, that thing will be on the road, and then we'll be soon taking the engine out of it, taking the governor out, putting some heavier valve springs in. I got these for 670. We're going to see if they fit in that GX 610. Even the Performance 670 was kind of interested in knowing. They said let them know. So we'll do that. But so last night, finally got my first, I'm not sure if he's a subscriber, but he's watched my videos. But we're getting our first subscriber work. He brought it out as SSR 125. It's like a 2021 or something. But anyways, it's got a few things wrong with it after just going over it. The main thing is they can't get it started. He converted it from batteryless to just a kickstart wiring system. So we're going to go over a lot of stuff, but I did notice a couple spokes that aren't even attached. Let's get you around here. We got some spokes that ain't attached. We're going to have to adjust the clutch because the handle's not returning. Yeah, the clutch must not be adjusted right. We'll check a few things like the spring is in the hole. Still looks a little messed up. We're going to get this sucker running today though. See if I got a handle for him. May have a handle, but we're going to get this bike running and up to tip-top shape while we're waiting on parts for the EZGO. And there's a few other things, like it leaks gas as soon as I turn it on and stuff, so we'll get all that fixed up. We'll go through and check, make sure it's got the oil in it before we even try starting it, and maybe check, make sure it's got spark and the timing's on just before we even try. And then we'll probably actually yank the carburetor off and try just a little bit of ether, and if it fires up then we know it's a carb problem. But let's get started on it. I'm bringing in a little closer for clutch adjustments. So this is basically the same on any bike that you got. Basically, like I said, basically. I think it's a 10. Let's see why it wouldn't be. Oh yeah, the clutch is way out of adjustment. Oh, that ain't good. Let's hope that ain't a thing. I don't feel like the clutch rod's sticking out enough, that's for sure. Spring may be damaged here. Alright, so the way you do it is you loosen the bolt. Usually you loosen the bolt until it clicks. In this case we're going to loosen it until the plate is loose. That's your clutch shaft. Let's see what's going on here. Cable in there. That's good. Alright. Plate's loose. We want to adjust it right till it touches and doesn't move. So about like that. And then you want to back it off about a quarter or an eighth of a turn. Hold it with your screwdriver. Tighten your nut. It's awful loose, you may have to tighten that again. No, that feels pretty good. We did get the clutch working good. That adjustment we did worked great. So that's good, because that wasn't snapping back. And it goes into gear pretty good. So all the way down is neutral. As you see, up here in first. Alright, we got the clutch fixed. Chain play seems good. We do need to lube it. We'll put it back in neutral. It's a little over full. I don't think it'll be enough to really hurt it. Could just leave it like that too, because the engine probably ain't been started. It's probably going to suck a good bit up. I don't know, it's quite over full actually. It's all the way up to here. So we may have to drain some of that. Let's Spark plug wasn't in there. I'm sure it's because they was working on it. Alright, first things first. Let's see if we got spark. Alright. Let's see what we got here. We do got spark. Let's go ahead and through the compression tester on there and see what she reads. I'll have to actually probably bring the table down a little bit. I don't know. One of the best toolkits ever. A little fatter one, and it's probably going to be on thread. It is. We'll go with this one or that one. Alright, once we get that screwed on all the way, make sure it's in all the way, because if the flywheel's on there real good, you'll be pulling threads out. Alright, once it's on all the way, we're going to get a socket in the impact. Just go at it. Alright, let's put the flywheel back on. Now we clean the inside up real good. Did have a bunch of crud in there, and the sensor had a little bit. Alright, let's turn it to top dead center. And our mark. Now how would the timing be 180 degrees out, honestly? Okay, as you can see, this is really weird. For some reason the timing's 180 degrees out, I think. How would it be 180 degrees out? Somebody thought it was lined up between there. It lines up over here. There's a line in the block. Are you kidding me? That's what's wrong. I don't like that though. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it one bit, folks. Oh wow, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, look at that, folks. Look at that valve. That is one bent valve. You gotta be kidding me with that. So he needs a whole new head. Look at that. Are you kidding me?
Hey,